going on, y'all? Just wanted to make this video before I go to work. Y'all probably seen me upload and delete one or two videos since I've last posted, because if the video just doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. Now, this is something that I really am concerned about. I've tried to say this in so many ways, it just doesn't come out right. Hopefully this comes out right, man. But I feel like people should stop thinking like employees, because these jobs have too much power, y'all. Like, I'm going through a dispute with my job right now for unpaid wages because they sent us on a paid vacation. The whole company shut down for a week, sent us on a paid vacation. While I came back after the paid vacation, worked for 4 days. I quit slash got fired. He thinks he's fired me. He fired me. I actually was quitting already. But either way, he didn't pay me the vacation time that he owes me. So now I have a dispute with the Indiana Department of Labor. But the thing is, I've went through the Indiana Department of Labor before in past jobs where I got fired after I came back from vacation and the job didn't have to pay me that vacation. And it's crazy. I think these laws that are set up to protect these employers are crazy. You know, employers don't have to pay you any accrued vacation time if it's not, these policies and these loopholes. These jobs have a lot of loopholes to jump through, which leaves the employees, us, getting screwed over so many times. When we get fired, when we get let go, I keep telling people, like, if that job wasn't a good job to you, don't put in the 2 week notice. For what? You're not going to go back there. What's the point of putting in a 2 week notice? Like, these jobs are horrible, bro. And I think so many people think with this employee state of mind. Like, I have a worker who, a coworker, my ex-coworker, the dishwasher, who was constantly getting played by this employer. It's called Turketti's here in Indianapolis. He was constantly getting played. The employer played him on vacation time. I don't even feel like going into the story. And he also played him on his wage. This employer advertises that his customers pay a 15% gratuity fee for fair wages for his employees. So his employees are supposed to start off at a minimum of $15. Well, the person who's been with him the longest, the dishwasher, he's been there for 4 years. All the employees are supposed to start off at 15. So we were all making 15 or more. I was making more. And the dishwasher was still stuck making 12 or 13. These jobs are a trip, man. The employer dips into our tips when he goes on vacation, but people can't prove this. We know this as the employees, but you have to have so much paperwork and stuff you got to do to try to, take documentation and try to fight these employers. It takes a lot. And these employers just really have a lot of loopholes to jump through, and they can do whatever they want to you, man. And that's why I keep telling people, stop being loyal to these jobs. For example, I got hired onto this new job. I can go full time if I want to there, but I told them I only want to work 3 days a week. Reason being, I know these jobs are stressful, y'all. The way these supervisors talk to you in a condescending way, the way they put you down and stuff like that, the way they work you to the ground. Now, my new job is easy. They don't work me to the ground. But I think even on a busy day, it's going to be a simple day compared to where I just came from, where I was doing 4 or 5 positions at once. These jobs will work you to the ground, and they talk to you like you crazy. These supervisors, man, they just get so beside themselves, and they talk to their employees in such a condescending way. So one of those coworkers was like, man, we really need your help. You only working 3 days a week. He was like, that's not fair. Laughing about it, but he was for real though. He was serious. Like, damn, that's not fair. You only working 3 days a week. Well, I got hired on. I told him from the jump, I'm only working 3 days a week. And he said if I wanted to pick up some hours, I can. Well, before I decided to pick up some hours, I got to fill it out with the chef, because the same dude was like, that's not fair. You already told me the chef is an a-hole. And if any of y'all know about cooks, these chefs love being a-holes. I don't know what it is. They watch Gordon Ramsay and think they can talk to you any type of way. So before I pick up some shifts, I have to first see. I work a full shift with this dude tonight, the chef. So I'll be able to see. I've worked a shift with him before, but I'll be able to see more. I already saw a couple red flags the first day. If I see any red flags today, then no, I'm not picking up no shifts. I'm not about to cause myself extra stress at work. If I got a mission that I need to go on, then I'll deal with it. But causing myself stress at work for what? Because these jobs will stress you out at work and don't even pay you enough to not be stressed outside of work. You know what I mean? They giving you check to check paychecks. You know what I mean? They're not giving you something that you can live off of decently. So why would I take a job that's not paying me enough to take away my stress outside of work? Why would I go into a job and work more hours for them when they're stressing me out inside of work? So then that means I'm gonna be stressed at work, leave home, and go home to another stress situation. Bills barely paid, wondering how I'm gonna pay my bills, wondering how I'm gonna eat this week and all that stuff. You know what I mean? For anybody that's working these normal jobs, stop putting these jobs first, man. I think we all need to start thinking about these jobs as stepping stones. And that's why I always preach discipline on my channel when it comes to cutting off your vices. No weed and alcohol. What am I going on? It'll be in 4 days, I'll be a month. No, in 6 days, I'll be a month clean off of weed and alcohol. In 30 days, I'll be clean from weed and alcohol. And I also would have in 30 days, will be complete, and I'll still keep going, but it'll be 30 days that I've been fasting and dieting. Let's just say dieting, because I broke the fast too many times. Not too many times, but I've been doing good. But anyways, it's not the point. That's why I preach discipline, because when you stop smoking that weed and alcohol, man, me personally, I was probably spending about $1,000 a month to $2,000 a month, depending on how much money I was making on weed and alcohol. And that's like easily $1,000 a month on weed and alcohol. It's probably way more than that. But we was gonna put that at the minimum. Well, $1,000 a month at the end of the year is $12,000. If you get you and 3 other friends to invest, $12,000-$15,000 into a company, that's $50,000 to start up a company. You could open a restaurant with $50,000, man. I promise you can, if you do it right. And even if you have to acquire a loan, work on your credit. All that money that you're spending on weed and alcohol could go towards your credit, building your credit. And that's why I feel like we have to start thinking this way, man. When you see a lot of these people coming from third world countries or poor countries like Mexico, I've seen them come from Haiti, I've seen them come from a lot of different places, and they come here and they work their ass off, especially the Mexicans, and then they build businesses for their people. Not only do black people need to start thinking like this because of all the things that we go through, poor people need to start thinking like this, y'all. We got to leave that poor mentality alone. Because a lot of these jobs, they already know, man, especially in the kitchen, the restaurant industry, and a lot of these industries, just poor people. What are we doing? We taking that money and we're spending on rent bills and whatever's left. We probably smoking and drinking, cigarettes, weed, alcohol. We're going to spend the rest on our vices. And then we're going to be living paycheck to paycheck. Make sure you use your job as a stepping stone. My father told me, with his asshole shit ass, he told me that never leave a situation until you got what you wanted out of it. And I've made the mistake plenty of times. Use your jobs the way they're using you, okay? That way, if you have a goal in mind, you won't have to feel so small at your job because you're working for a reason. They're using you, but you're using them also. Use these jobs as stepping stones, y'all, and try to build a future for ourselves. Because for the people in my generation and younger and stuff, Social Security retirement is going to become a problem for our people. You know what I mean? For people that are in my age group and around this age group, in the next 20 years, there's no telling how much they're going to be paying out on Social Security, y'all. It's probably going to get worse and worse, especially after the pandemic and everything. There's no telling how much money we're going to be getting to retire. We need to start thinking about retirement right now. If you are in 25, 30, 35, 40, you need to start thinking about retirement, man. And a lot of people are retiring poor. Work their ass off all these years just to retire poor. End up in a nursing home, end up in just shitty situations, you know what I mean? Off Social Security or disability, man. And this is just something that we got to switch, man, and flip. So everyone needs to start really thinking about that. These entry-level dead-end jobs should be for teenagers and college students and things like that, man. And maybe even foreigners. And it should be for us to use as a stepping stone. This shouldn't be our life. That's why it's called a dead-end job. That's why it's called an entry-level job. You don't have to have experience. It's not going to get you anywhere. So I just wanted to stress this to people, man, because I'm going through a dispute right now with my ex-employer. It's probably going to end up in court. I would love to have my day in court with this man. But you never know because we're the little guys, We're the little guys. The employer has lawyers. They have all type of loopholes that protect them. Now, my situation personally, like I already said, there's no way that he should even be able to fight this claim. But with all the loopholes he could jump through, I have the emails proving it, that he clearly states that he sent us on vacation from May 30th to June 5th. But even with that proof of that email, there's no telling what loopholes he can jump through, So I just want to express that, man. We have to stop thinking like employees and stop letting these employers screw us over. And if you are in a stressful job, man, leave that stressful job when you get another one lined up. And if that job is stressful, then start thinking about, and you can't leave it. Maybe you don't have a good resume. Maybe you can't find a job. Maybe you don't have transportation. Start thinking about an exit plan. Start thinking about how you can use that job to better your situation. That way you can do better and get better. And let's all remember appearance, man. Let's all remember appearance and how we carry ourselves. I know I need a haircut. I know I need to start dressing more professional. Like, appearance goes a long way. The way I dress when I'm about to go to work like this, versus when I'm like having a button up and some slacks and some nice and some little casual shoes on, the amount of respect I get is completely different. So appearance goes a long way, man. So appearance and discipline will get you a lot further, y'all. Appearance, discipline, it will. So I just want to throw that out there, y'all. Stop thinking like employees. Thank you.